3 hours of the regular show on terrestrial radio, and you wanted a little bit more, so that's why you found the Gun Talk After Show podcast, where we saved all the best things that we can't say on regular radio. Now here's Tom, Michelle, and Jim for the Gun Talk After Show.
All right, welcome to the After Show. We have Jim Kinsey, Michelle Cleland, and a host of people going bang, bang. What's going on, guys?
Well, a couple buddies decided to show up, and can we use the range? I'm like, during a normal recording session, absolutely not. But this is Gun Talk, so have at it, boys.
That's right. and it's the After Show.
Yeah.
So wait, let's all right, everybody be quiet for a minute. And of course, they're not shooting.
And of course, you got a magazine change.
Well, so far I've heard 22, 9, and 45 is what Tom and I think it is on this end.
Really? Oh, yeah, isn't that fun? You can sit there and say, okay, wait, here it is.
Wait for it.
There we go.
Sounds like somebody hitting a metal trash can out there. You know, it's so you're guessing what caliber they are by the sound. Huh?
Yep. Oh, that's a beautiful
Somebody
sound.
wants in.
That's right. I'd go ahead and open the door if I were you.
No.
Okay.
But in the meantime, we're stalling John and Dale, who probably aren't real thrilled with this. But
okay, that's true. They're listening to the shooting here. All right, let's go pick up one. John's with us out of Salina, Kansas. Hey, John, I hope you're shooting right now because everybody else seems to be.
Well, I didn't mind listening to those other guys shoot. I was trying to figure out what it was, too. So,
cool.
that was not
it's what we do.
I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that's not a 22.
The 22 was earlier, and they were hitting metal targets. So you hear patink, patink, patink.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. But no, the loud one is not a 22. That's for sure. So, all right. So, give me your range report, John.
Well, I was telling Michelle. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. I took two of my sons and my youngest son's fiance. We got together for lunch, and I said, "Hey, you guys want to go to the gun range, do some target practice?" Neither one of my sons are. I'm not sure they've ever shot handguns, and my future daughter-in-law was the one who was most excited about it. And she goes, "Oh yeah!" And so I brought a 22-45 ultra light and Ruger American pistol and 9, and I thought just something they could both all try. And everybody had a very good time. Of course, we had a 5-minute huddle before we went in talking about gun safety and so forth, and it was indoor range. And suffice to say that everybody really liked it. I would have to say my future daughter-in-law probably had the biggest smile on her face. And then after they'd all had a chance to try both guns, they said, "Wait, each of you has to have a target now that you can show off." And I think she decided to use the 22, but she and I took pictures of all of them and with their targets. And what surprised me, and I hadn't even thought about it, I'm not a Facebook aficionado, but suddenly all these things said, "Well, you were tagged in this," and she had put this on her Facebook site, which she evidently has a lot of people that look at it.
Okay.
And I was telling Michelle, the thing that I was pleasantly surprised was all positive comments. She was so proud of this, and everybody's saying, "You go, girl," and nice work, and that's a good target. And I don't think she has a lot of, I don't know for a fact, but I don't think a lot of her friends are necessarily into the shooting sports. But I was just pleased to see that there were all positive comments. Nobody had any negative comments at all. And
you bet. That's terrific.
Young people use Facebook all the time. So, and maybe next time I talk to them, I'll say, "Hey, you have any of your friends want to go out? We can get them out and see if any of them want to have some fun too."
Well, you anticipated. I was going to say, and she could put a note on her Facebook page, say, "Look, we're going to go out again. If anybody wants to join us, let me know, and we'll let you know when we're going to go." Now you got to limit it to a certain number because there's only so many you can handle safely. But boy, you could grow a group that way.
Yeah, well, I'm not really an instructor, and I've told them. I said, if you really want to get serious, you need to get some instruction. I'm just here to show you how this works. See if this is something you're all interested in. And, of course, they all were. And now go out and get some training. So, actually, I had talked to her whenever you had the lady on from A Girl and a Gun. And she was very excited about that. And she's kind of a take charge kind of gal. She said, well, maybe I ought to start a chapter here. And I said, well, first you probably need to learn how to shoot. But
well, you can do both at the same time. I would encourage her. I would, this is great. And I can already see the kind of wedding presents we're going to be talking about here.
Hadn't even thought of that, but I think you're right. I think you're right.
And if you ask Michelle, it's probably going to be a 327.
Oh,
well,
do tell.
I told Michelle I've only got 3 327s, and I thought about taking the LCR, and I thought, no, I just want 2 guns, so I don't have to clean too many. And I said, but next time I'll take the LCR and put some 32 longs in it and say, what do you think of that? And I think she'll have an even bigger grin after that. So,
but they could be part of the learning experience too, because you don't just get to make them dirty; you have to learn how to clean them as well.
That's right, and it's actually it's part of the fun of learning how to do it. You realize this is not a big deal, and it doesn't really take that long if you do it right. So, I think probably I like to put mine in the top tray drawer on the dishwasher.
Nice, Tom.
And just, it works. It's cool.
Yuck.
John, that's terrific. I just got to congratulate you, and I encourage you to get her back out there and, absolutely have her bring 1 or 2 friends. Shooting is such a social thing. And Michelle, I dare say, I think women make it more social a lot of times than men do. And if you get several women shooting together, just have a ball.
Well, of course, but I don't know what you mean by women and being more social. What?
You're right. Leave me alone, woman. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Oh, I think it's awesome. And definitely, if you can encourage her friends to come along, it's just more and more introduction into our sport. And obviously, that's what we need in these times and struggles that we are with law.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Well, once you get your new group going there and she's got her new chapter of A Girl and a Gun, let us know, okay?
I will do so. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Let me quickly get over to Dale. He's in Michigan, and see what's going on. Hey, Dale. Welcome to Gun Talk and the After Show.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Great.
Well, a little off topic, but you had mentioned the Fast and Furious program.
Right.
Earlier. Well, my wife had an incident back in early spring that on Twitter that people were talking about the Las Vegas shooting, and not much information. I mean, as you know, we haven't heard much about that. So, but she hadn't. People were talking about it. Well, she posted on Twitter. Well, the reason that we're not hearing much about the Las Vegas shooting is because there was probably Obama-era Fast and Furious guns found in that hotel room. She was shut down. Her Twitter account was shut down in 2 minutes. And to this day, without changing email addresses, cannot get back on.
Is she able to get any kind of response out of Twitter?
Well, we haven't pursued it. We have completely shut off all social media. I personally have never been on it, but she did Facebook, and I think she does a little bit. I take that back. She does a little Snapchat maybe. But as far as the Twitter, the Facebook, we're just all done with it, because it's if you say something to the right against the left, you end up being shut down and so forth like that.
Well, and it's certainly true, and it certainly does happen, and to the point where they're having congressional hearings about it, and now President Trump is talking about maybe taking some kind of executive action about this, because it's kind of I forget the term, but there's a term for it about basically you get kicked off of platforms. It's all about platforms. That's the term that's being used now. And if you can control the flow of information and the flow of ideas, you can control what people know, with big quotes around know, and you control what they believe. And what people believe determines what we have for public policy. That is, what are laws. And if everybody believes a particular thing, whether or not it's actually true, they will pass laws and adopt policies based on that. So that's the real challenge. That's the real danger of this. But I would say, if she wants to get back on Twitter, by all means contact him and say, hey, look, this thing happened. I've been in timeout for months now. I want to get back in. Can you turn it back on? I understand if you don't want to, but it probably can get back on if she wants to. I appreciate the call, Dale. Thank you, sir. Hey, guys, let's take a quick break here. We'll come back because we got some other ground to cover. We'll be right back with more after show.
Built to perform in the harshest conditions, the Ruger American pistol can take it all, from ice to dust and everything in between. The Ruger American pistol features a short take-up trigger, Novak sights, and a recoil-reducing barrel cam with low-mass slide for reduced felt recoil. Plus, a modular grip system with 3 sizes to fit almost any hand. Check it out at Ruger.com. The Ruger American pistol, because anything else would be un-American.
You got your carry permit, and that's good. But you know you could use more training. Get the DVDs, which have what you need. Springfield Armory presents Concealed Carry 1 and Concealed Carry 2 with Batagroup. Learn specific concealed carry skills from Top Gun fighting trainers. Get trained. Be prepared. This really is life and death. ShopGunTalk.com. That's ShopGunTalk.com.
All right, we are back, and is the shooting continuing, ladies and gentlemen?
It is. It's. I think they're again in reload mode right now. We've got 4 people out there now, and which is cool.
You know what it is? People are just driving down the road and going, "Oh wait, there's shooting going on over there."
Oh, there's a range back there.
We have guns with us. Let's go. Sure. It's a party.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a block party.
How about no? Let's go with no. My insurance agent said, "How about no?"
Oh, darn.
They're no
Jeez,
fun.
No fun, yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, boy. Going to be interesting to see what happens with Trump and the social media platforms, because I don't think he's kidding. At the very least, he is getting their attention, because you know that they are slanting things. I don't know if you remember, it was like 15 years ago I started saying, Google could change things. They can change search results, just change their algorithms a little bit. Yeah. And all of a sudden, when you look up, gun safety, you start getting gun control, for instance.
Right.
And, that kind of thing. And it basically just alters what people believe to be true. And what's weird is that when you tell them, no, that's not accurate, they go, no, it is. I can look it up right here. It's online. Yeah, but, it's what you're being told there is simply not true, according to whatever it is, FBI figures or CDC figures or, whatever it is. They go, no, I can see it right here. Well, it's like trying to tell people, no, I know you've been told that these assault weapons are machine guns, but that's not true. They said, well, sure it is. And it's a really hard thing to get people to change their minds about things like that.
We let that change our dialogue, though, too, right? I mean, you had a caller earlier that called them assault weapons. Like, don't give in to that.
Buy into it, yeah.
I agree. Don't use the term.
Right.
And, the only thing I do is just go in and say, okay, but let's talk about that, because, you're buying. It's not that you're buying into it; it's that you don't even pay attention to the fact that you're using the term,
the verbiage.
You just have completely accepted this thing, and you need to push back, because if you let them control the language, they control the discussion. And when they do that, it's almost a guaranteed loss. You can't win when they're basically lying about what it is you're talking about. You're not even talking about the same thing.
Right.
And the people who are listening to you are going, why is this guy defending people being able to own these evil guns? You're going, that's not what they are.
No, it's a self-defense instrument, and it can be anything. It doesn't even have to go to the extreme of being a firearm.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier with Greg Lappin. He says fire extinguishers. Anything can be a self-defense tool.
Right. But the other thing that I find fascinating about this is, unless it happens to you or a friend, and unless that friend shares the story, people don't believe that these things happen. They don't think that your Twitter gets shut off. They don't think you've been disconnected from Facebook. People I had a caller call in earlier wanting to know, he had shared your post on his Facebook page about the Fast and Furious clip that you put out there.
Right.
And he can't find it on his own personal page now. It was removed. He's like,
Really?
where would it have gone? So he went back to your page and found it and has reposted it. But he's like,
I was going to say, repost it and see if it stays up or if it disappears again. Because if it disappears a second, now here's the one thing I will say: Facebook is so weird that often I will find something on it, and then when I come back 5 minutes later, I cannot find it.
True.
I don't know, what's being shown or how it works, but not something I posted, but something someone else posted. I just can't go back and find it. It's weird. But in this case, if he reposted or shared, my Fast and Furious story. By the way, for those who don't know, if you didn't see it, first of all, we sent it out as part of our newsletter. If you would please just go to guntalk.com and sign up for the newsletter, you would get this. It goes out every week as email. But if you don't get that, then you can find it on our Facebook page, Gun Talk, or you could just go to guntalk.com, our webpage, and we always put them up there. So a lot of ways for you to get it. And, of course, I always link to it off of Twitter. And we're up to, 44,000 people follow me on Twitter, which is nuts. And I was hoping I could get like 6. So this would be more.
And that was family.
Yeah, really. And I had to pay them.
Right.
Okay, we'll go on again.
whatever.
Just humor Dad, will you?
No one of your crazy ideas.
That's right. You want your allowance? Come on. Here you go.
Oh, my God. I hear gunfire. What is that? It's gunfire, Jim.
I'm just, they're out there having fun.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I gotta work. When can I go?
I gotta work. What is this?
I want to plink.
Yeah. What you want to do is go down there and say, all right, everybody, here's a box full of silencers. Use these until we get off the air, would you please?
Oh, sweet. So I'm going to come up with my own line.
That's just too much fun.
I'm going to come up with my own line of security cameras and call them plink.
Oh, nice.
They're a range camera.
I like it. Thank
you. I'm here all week.
Gosh.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
I had a couple of people come up to me at the Gun Rights Policy Conference yesterday and say, "Oh yeah, be sure to tell Michelle I got like several 327s now. I really love them."
I've created a hoarding environment.
You have, and the reason people can't find 327s, Michelle. Simple as that, Michelle. She did it.
Leave it on her.
You're welcome for sharing the knowledge and fun.
Next, we're going to design an AR-15 that will shoot 327 Federal.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
What an
I'm joking.
idea.
She thinks that's a great idea. Oh my gosh!
I don't even need it in pink. I don't even need it in pink.
Yeah, but we can get some pink Krylon and we can make it pink, right?
You can Cerakote anything.
Cerakote that,
yeah,
baby.
That's right.
That's right. You can Cerakote anything. Oh my God.
Pink camo. Compromise.
I have a camo Cerakoted rifle that it worries me because it's so good that you really could put it down and lose it.
I bet.
See, that's when you get the camo made for outside of your area, right? Like you need corn camo. Like you don't have corn down there, so you would be able to find it.
Just walk around till you see corn because we don't have any. It's out of place. That's odd, but maybe effective.
I'm
not sure.
There's so many colors of camouflage. It is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got pink camouflage, which is weird.
They've got this moonshine, this blue color thing going on with Ruger.
Oh, yeah. Is that so that when you're poaching at night, you have your camo? Is that what the deal is?
I have no idea. Those are not my habits.
Gun Talk and its associates do not condone any kind of poaching whatsoever.
Thank you. Lawyer talk.
Unless it's eggs. Eggs we can do.
Yeah, we can poach eggs.
I love poached eggs.
So, what's your favorite recipe for poached eggs? I poach them. Oh, okay. Deal.
Great.
Deal. Fabulous.
Clearing that up. Speaking of food,
all right, when we come back, I'm going to give everybody the how to make your hamburgers better and get bragging rights on your hamburgers. How's that?
Ooh.
I'm sure there's a gun tie-in somewhere. We'll find out.
If not, there certainly will be by the time we get back.
Right, that's what the break's for, really. Brainstorming session. Okay, here we go.
All the refinements in Smith & Wesson's M&P M2.0 pistol series shrunk to a perfect carry size in the new compact version. 4-inch barrel, light crisp M2.0 trigger, aggressively textured grip for enhanced control, 4 interchangeable palm swell inserts, 2 magazines, lifetime service policy, 15-round 9mm mag, 13-round 40 mag. The M&P M2.0 compact pistol. More at smith-wesson.com.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at shopguntalk.com. Get prepared. shopguntalk.com.
Okay, when last we heard from Tom, he made a promise. Now, I'm in all seriosity here, if you want to make your hamburgers better, especially your venison burgers, we just threw in a whole hunting reference, so we made it gun talkish.
Nice move.
It's going to make so much sense to you, and you're going to go, yeah, really? Especially when I cook for a lot of people. I'm going to be doing that tonight, actually. Put all the hamburger in a big bowl, and then take your barbecue sauce and just squirt it all over the burger. And then just with your bare hands clean, squish it all up in there so that there's just barbecue sauce all mixed in. It has all the spices you want, all the seasonings you want, and it makes them moist. And you make your patties out of this more moist. I can't say that.
Moisture?
Concoction. It has more moisture.
It's more wet.
Anyway, you make your burgers out of that thing, and they're juicy. They become juicy is what they do, by golly.
So I thought you were going to toss an egg in.
Right?
Well, I know people do that. Yep, people do that. You could do that. Mm-hmm. Just, so anyway.
Once they have it poached, of course.
You poach them in the egg. Or in the burger, under whatever. I don't know. I'm so off the rails here. I don't even know where we're going.
Okay.
Jeez.
So venison, ground venison, add your barbecue sauce, clean hands,
right.
Mix it all together, put it on the grill. There you go.
Thank you, Martha Stewart. It's a good thing.
And if you bought the venison and you still have a revolver in your pocket, so it is still a gun story. Great.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
Always got to find a tie-in.
Oh. All right. Here's a story from the GRPC. Let's see. Was it Friday night? Alan Gottlieb and another fellow are out there walking around outside the hotel where we're having the conference. And they run into a guy there, and he says, "Oh, are you guys here for the medical conference?" They said, No, we're here for the gun rights policy conference. He says, "Oh, we heard about you guys." What do you mean? "Oh, yeah, we were warned that you guys were going to be here." What do you mean?
Warned?
Warned. He says, "Oh, yeah, our conference, they were really embarrassed and surprised to hear that you guys were going to be here. They sent out an email to everyone who was going to be attending with a warning that the gun rights policy conference, the gun people were going to be here. But we checked with the hotel and were promised that no one would have any guns with them."
Oh, my goodness.
So, of course, what you want to say is, yeah, and as you go about your daily life, at any given time, there's likely to be 1 or 2 or more firearms near you on the hips or in the purses of people that you never thought of before because they're just regular old people like you. Now, to his credit, this guy who was at the conference, he says, "Oh, I think what you guys do is cool. I'm a real gun guy and everything." But it was just interesting that people who are promoting gun rights are seen as people that the public needs to be warned about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because statistically we're such criminals.
Right, of course. Exactly. Oh, well, let's see. I did like the story where the guy mentioned the Ruger 2245. Is it called the Light, Michelle?
Yep, 2245 Light.
That is such a cool pistol. And if you put a lightweight suppressor on it, now it becomes like the coolest pistol of all.
Right. And you can get them in fun colors.
Yes, it was like, because they're anodized aluminum. Mm-hmm. So and I think I've got one in green.
Green.
What other colors do they come in?
Blue, red. Of course, there's the black one, if you just don't want a different color.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just go on to Ruger's webpage and type in 2245 Light, and there's exclusive colors with different companies, but they'll tell you who they're from, and just go to your local store and tell them that's what you want. They're awesome.
When we say light, it's lightweight. It's very lightweight,
right.
But they look cool, and the grip angle is the same as a 1911 45, which makes it really comfortable and fun to shoot.
Well, and if you carry on a 45, you train on this 22-45 because the feel of it's the same and the ammo's a lot cheaper.
And if you want to get really realistic about it, you could do like the movie guys do. When you shoot it, you could yank your hand back to simulate recoil.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Like a real 45.
And when you hit somebody with it, they'll go 37 feet through the air through a plate glass window.
Through a plate glass window and a door.
You've seen that movie?
The car behind them, the car behind them blows up. I like this.
That's amazing.
See,
power.
I wouldn't even have a problem with movies doing that as long as they made for every action there's an opposite and equal reaction. So I want to see the shooter get thrown back 20 feet.
Right?
If they had both.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be on both sides, right?
There's a gun tattoo him in the forehead, and the sights come back, nail him.
You never see a sniper get scope bite, in a movie. Yeah. That would be cool, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nose bleeding all over the place, so probably not. Probably not.
I might.
Okay, I got to tell you, my favorite guest for a while now was our FBI agent today, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ed, I'm telling you, this book, it's not like the best written book you'll ever see, but it's written by a guy who was in the middle of the gunfight, who got, as we say, got the crap shot out of him is what he got. And watching his fellow agents go down, in the middle of it, he figured out how to defend himself, how to defend them, and then he just got PO'd. And it's just kind of like, okay, I may not live through this, but you are not going to live through this.
Yes, it gives me goosebumps. You just talking about it.
It was, when you get the book, once you start, you're going to go, yeah, I couldn't stop. It's not a big book. It's not a thick book or anything. FBI Miami firefight, 5 minutes that changed the Bureau. This was one I wasn't sure about, and boy, am I glad we got this. The book is amazing, the story is amazing, and there are lots of parts of the story I didn't know. I thought I knew the story of this thing, but, when the guy who is in the middle of it writes about it, you go, yeah, okay, I got it now. Thank you.
You talk about books often, which, of course, is something I can appreciate because I love books. I love reading. I love the history part of it. The story we had not too long ago was with one of the agents that was involved with the whole Waco showdown, and it's I'm from the government and I'm here to kill you, that book.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which is kind of a difficult read because it goes in and out with technical information along with the story. But right. I think the story is well done. But have you seen the, I don't know if it's ABC News that put out a special on Waco a while ago?
No.
Yeah, maybe look that up because it's all on the ATF's perspective of what they feel happened and how it went wrong, of course, because there's people out there from Koresh's, I guess, his cult. I don't know what else to call it. That's basically what it was, who was delivering mail, and that's how, this person was trying to find this address and, like, what do you need to go there for, or who you looking for, and gave them the heads up that something was going on. And I don't know. It's just kind of interesting, all perspectives, right? Take it into consideration.
And of course, you always have to remember that bureaucracies try to cover themselves. I think, when you end up killing, burning, shooting 73 people because they didn't pay a $200 tax, and that's what it comes down to. People need to understand the reason that they said they were going to go in there was because they didn't pay the $200 tax, supposedly, for machine guns.
Oh, that's a great reason.
That's why they shot Vicky Weaver. That's why they shot Sammy Weaver, machine gunned him in the back, 14-year-old, because supposedly he didn't pay a $200 tax on a sawed-off shotgun. because that's all it is. It's a violation of the law because you didn't pay the $200 tax. So when you get right down to it, that's what it was really all about, except that in Waco, what it was really all about was we're going to roll in with multiple TV cameras and crews with us to show what a big deal we are because we have to increase our funding. ATF needed a boost in funding. That's what Waco was actually all about. Do I sound cynical? Yes, I am.
Gee, no way.
Just a little bit, but then again,
well,
you go Ruby Ridge, you go Waco, you go Fast and Furious, you go, yeah, there's a real trend here. Same people doing the same thing over multiple decades.
Well, I did a little bit of math.
Now they've turned off my Twitter accounts.
Yes, there you go.
All right, and before we get out of here, there's something important that I think we need to get out because it's part of our big Gun Talk family, but also part of our immediate, closer-knit Gun Talk family. Michelle, if you would, please share what's going on with your son.
Yes, I will. Many of you know my son, if you listen to the show. His name is Ben Cleland, and he is a member of the United States Army Marksmanship Unit, for those of you who follow. But not being affiliated with the Marksmanship Unit, he has recently been named as a team member for the U.S. Long Range Rifle Team. And he has been selected as a person to represent the U.S. in the 2019 World Long Range Championships, which is being held in New Zealand.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
However, because this is a personal, non-official capacity appointment, he is having to fundraise money to be able to travel and make registration fees. So if any of my friends out there can help, I'd greatly appreciate that. Anything that he makes over the amount that he believes is needed for the trip, and they've all estimated the cost, is being donated actually to help fund a junior to participate in the championships.
Oh, cool.
So if people...
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah. If people feel compelled, everything helps. But his Facebook page...
So it's on Facebook. It's Ben Cleland.
Yep.
CLELAND.
Correct.
Okay. And, oh, gee, look, it just went up $100.
Oh.
While you were talking.
So, yes, it's...
Thank your wife for us, will you?
She's a good one. She's a good one.
I appreciate that because I say this is all a personal endeavor. It has nothing to do with his appointment with the military or anything else. It's just an awesome opportunity.
No doubt.
Hey, let's send Ben and maybe some other folks there. Just on Facebook, look up Ben Cleland. You'll see who it is. It says Ben Cleland World Long Range Championship. It's pretty hard to miss that. Yes, we have the right one here, right?
Right.
I don't think there's like a bunch of them that have that on their Facebook page.
Is there a note section on there, Tom? Because I don't have the web up right now. Is there a note section where you can make your donation and leave a message or something? Be nice to see how many Gun Talk folks respond.
All you do is just kind of write on the screen. I think that's how you leave notes, isn't it? I just use a Sharpie. Works great.
Oh, gosh.
Oh. You know how to get Sharpie off of something, and I'm not kidding. You actually write over it with Sharpie and then wipe it off. If you put on Sharpie and it dries,
regenerates.
Go over the same thing with Sharpie and then wipe it off. It'll take it off.
Really?
Wow.
As crazy as it sounds. Isn't that weird?
I thought you were going to throw out there like vinegar or something.
And I think you should try that on your computer monitor, Jim. So let me know how that works
forehead.
Well, Michelle, that is wonderful, and please pass our congratulations along to Ben, and we're going to see what we can do to help.
All right.
Help out people.
There, okay?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate all the support.
All right. Great family, good people. All right, guys. They're having a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah, we need to get out there.
I'm going to say, you guys are running for the door right now. Got to get some.
A little itchy.
Okay, see you next week on Gun Talk.
All right. Have a good week. We will do it again next week unless they tell us we can't.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, that wraps up another Gun Talk after show. But if you want even more gun-related stuff, don't forget to check out Gun Dealio. It's the app for Apple and Android phones that connects you to all the Gun Talk shows, plus even more. And we'll catch you next time for the Gun Talk after show.